the financial architecture, the money that you might have access to help you build resilience inside the Maldives?
Well, thank you very much. I think it's a very relevant question, especially at this time in the UN. A lot of talk has been going on this. And actually, it's been going on for a long time. I went to COP28 earlier, and also it's always been talked about, but action is what's lacking. As you rightly mentioned, carbon emission by Maldives is 0.003%, which is barely nothing. But we are at the receiving end of all the damage, all the risks that we have to go through. Our corals get bleaching problem. Even a few months back, we had this problem across the country, and nobody's coming to pay us. We are at the wrong end of this, and our fishes, our underwater beauty is what's unique for us. The tourism is based on that, and the beaches, the white sandy beaches and the underwater beauty is being affected badly. But let me first tell this to everyone, dear students. We are here to stay, the Maldives. Our resilience, our resolve is very strong. We've been here for thousands of years. I mean, we will struggle, but we need help. Climate adaptation is the way forward. I mean, we have been talking about this. Islands are getting eroded. I mean, there are cyclic erosions going on, seasonal erosions, but it's changing into more fierce effects on the islands. Our local government budget is not enough to build shore protection on all these islands. I mean, we need help, and the water lens in the islands depleting, and we have to build clean water storage mechanisms, networks. The roads needs to be paved or properly surfaced, and it's all needing help. And housing problem as well. We have got 1,100 islands, but 200 of them, 186 of them are inhabited. Even though it's less compared to the amount of islands we have got, it's a lot of islands we have to manage. It's
wonderful to hear you talk about your resolve that the Maldives is going nowhere and that you are determined that this existential crisis will be met, the challenges that you face will be met. I wonder, though, if there is an acknowledgement that, or even a plan in place, that you are willing to implement a retreat inside the Maldives if you need to.
Well, we believe in sustainable development. We cannot carry on developing or focusing on all the 186 islands I was just mentioning. So our plan is to have urban centers across the country, the capital region, and some in the north, some in the south, like few urban centers where we consolidate housing, enough stock of housing, job opportunities, all the industries focusing on this area, so people can, over time, these pull factors will enable the population to be consolidated in all these specific areas. We have to be realistic. Of course, we need help, but we have to have our own solutions as well. So we are embarking on a 20-year national development plan.
And is Ras Male part of that plan?
Ras Male is part of that. Yes, Ras Male is, we are reclaiming a lagoon just about 15 minutes speedboat ride from Male, which is going to be actually the second artificial island in the Maldives. The first one is managed by renewable energy sources and a smart city with AI and digital technologies. That's our plan, that's our concept for this. And other parts of the country as well, we want to.
Ade aun tibe funa hame genestama midani Princeton University ga rasul jumhuriya devi tagrir adi hama hemme mrifan e tagrir fahuga university ge dalibarun ke farata nota university ga aw mi husha sual takhan mrifan de ba jawab Adesso Jumhuria kurevi tagriru kanota university ka dekke wa fluga Amerikano mani ara bodan alder wada wafa rajyege tasawwur ta rajyen Amerikano ke tasawwur ka me datur kuramunda gotuke maalumat adanka sangon tibe funna hame Princeton University ka Amerikano ke wa hissa kollan.
We think
Ade technical masade ka guli gengi to hamna meni live ke ami afid ka kura masad taken ho technical masade ka guli kuriano devige ena sagna ma hissa ko la hivve inga to rasul jumhuriya Princeton University ka edekke vi wa hakfulu ade Amerikano ge taguriru ka haswate ka yada kuni hakata ge dairan kura ba masake pura adi ataragi ga rongun hasil kura munda kan kam kamachabes aldel wala ba wa hakfulu dakka wa fawe ade mihar ekuriye dani ituru suwal taka adi ang Amerikano deba jawabu marhada ade rasul jumhuriya alftaaduge aamo majdihuga taguri kurevum kenda wada turufuru ge tereng
never
habasa kuriyada
But it
against
was
any
also
country.
India out, right?
No,
Wasn't it?
India, no, it's not India out. We had a really serious problem of having the presence of foreign military in our country.
Not many, 77 Indian soldiers.
Even one foreign military personnel in the Maldives is not something that the Maldivian people accept. But being them coming from India doesn't mean we are against India. The foreign military personnel were from India. If they were from any other country, it will be the same problem. So the issue we had, it has been very diplomatically coordinated and with the full support of Indian government and the diplomatic channels, the diplomatic work, it's been solved. All the foreign military personnel from India has been taken away and it has been replaced by civilians operating the helicopters and so on.
But it was tricky. You must acknowledge it was tricky, not least because two of your ministers had to resign before your visit to Delhi to meet Prime Minister Modi because they had described him as a clown. I mean, these are difficult things to finesse diplomatically.
Well, nobody should say such things. I mean, I definitely took action on that. And I'll not tolerate anything to be said against anybody, whether it's a simple person or a leader. Every human has dignity. So nobody should be allowed to say things at others the way he or she wants to say. I mean, everyone has got his or her own dignity. So I took the action and it's been dealt with.
You talked about the possible ways in which you, as a small island, would be able to cooperate with the United States, for example. So I'm going to ask the question again because I'm not convinced you answer it. Is China part of your plan to build climate resilience inside the Maldives? Is China going to help you in very specific ways beyond those 20 agreements that you signed?
Yes, China is going to help us in all the development projects we signed with China. Is definitely taking into account the environmental problems we have got. So definitely they are going to help. And also India and also the United States and other countries who are helping us. All of the countries and all the multilateral partners and agencies, they work with us taking into account the environmental vulnerabilities we are facing. Because we cannot shut our eyes to this reality. We need the help. We can see what's happening and
ade America ge Princeton University ga rasul jumhuriya ge tagwir afahum mihar kuriya midani suwat ka jawab devu ade hamiya ekiga amana me dibamda feed ko technical masalen uret ingeto ade rasul jumhuriya
environmental changes that's happening because of some things we are not responsible for. So all the development assistance we are getting from countries and multilateral agencies, World Bank and so on, it's always taking into account the environmental issues, how to address these issues.
I just want to ask one final question about, in the context of
ade سوالا جواب مرحلة رئيس الجمهورية أماس كبي سواته وقتري خاصة قتك سرحدي بارتك عمدنا تسرع من خارجي سياسة أقولي قطب سواتك أماس كبي كم هم فاه كبي من فان ماني مس كمان ورا فريهم جواب دبا فاقام أما دنيا بدان ما مدنيا بي راجيك إترو راجيك مينيمم كم كشفر كورا متى كم نفان كورا بامسك بولك تيرين راجيك تبي آبير كسيفهم فنواد متى كورا بمسك بول على الوالدي إغتون دبلوماسي كي إمريكي أسودون إكان كوديا جندة بكم كم نفان دمي أهم كورا میگترون راجی خارجی سیاست کی هوریها قوم کا کی گبس اور نکای سیاست کم کا فاها کوریوی میگتون چاینا یا گولیگتون آماز کوریوی آسوادا امکان دیوی جواب کا چاینا کی اگمنگ ترقی مهم و باوری کم کا विधारवी گتون چاینا کوریوی دترو فول گترین مهم ابس فنتهی کا سوی کوراوا آدی چاینا راجی اکن کم کا مهم هیت کے فور قدم داخم کا विधारवी हम चाइना नूनस अदे इथुरु गांव तक इंडिया अदे अमेरिका खमगा विनमस गांव तक है कि गस राज्य इफद गुणन त दमहट मुंदा खमगा आविदाल वाहफुल तकुरा खुदेबे इनकमो राज्य के खारिजी सियासत की दिवहिन एम रंगाड़ो आदि सरहदी अनुत बंदगवामी गतुम से में मसलहा तो रंगाड़ो गतु इंगुवा खारिजी सियासत गतु का एमन फानवानी आसिफ खुराबा वाहफुल दक्कवाफा अदे रईस के तगरीर कुरिया मिगंदानी अल्तादगे आम मजिदो के हवा सागा अद अनु हम मिहा साबुन रईस के तगरीर गुले को तुम खमस फरके मालूमात के तिबे फुना हिस्सा को लेबे तो मसे कुरा मुगंदाना मिदो अदम रईस के तगरीर फहुगा आदि दिए असवादा जवाब के मरहदाम को मसला हम हिस्सा को गिनस्ते बिजे हाय तो यूनिवर्सिटी के रईस देवी तगरीर ए कियावा दारिवरुन कि हाँ आगोहरी वाहपुर तक तो मिनपान हिस्सा करे मिनपान का वाहपुर मैकन गोते कौन दायरा तक तो बट्टन करे
मी ಅದು ಎದೆವಿ ತಗರೀರ್ಗ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸ್ಟನ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗ ಮೀ ಬಲ್ಲ ನೂನಿ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ತಿಬ್ಬಿ ಹಮೈಕಣಿ ದಾರಿವರು ಎಕಂಜನ್ನು ಮೀ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ನೂನಿ ಎಕಡೆಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂತತ ದಿರಾಸಾ ಕೊರವಾ ಬೇಫುಳು ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಗ ತಿಬ್ಬವಾಣೆ ದೆನ್ ಹಮಯಾಕೋ ಮೀ ಲೈವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಕೊವ್ವೆಸ್ ಮೀ ಬಲ್ಲೋಮ್ ಗೆಂದವಾಣಿಕ ಮಾಳು ಬಾಲನಿ ಮೀ ಎಫದ ಮೀ गोतक एफद सेटिन एक राज्य के खारजी सियासत अदि राज्य मी सरहद्दुगा मी जियोपॉलिटिकल मी उले राइवलरी या गुले गोतु मी एकंकमा गुले गोतु राइस ऑफ एनिवडानवा गोते हाम कुरेव मकी मुहिमुकम ए मिफद कंततक गुलेतो हासको इंडियन ओशन ग मी मीवगुतु मी वर मुहिमु मी सरहद्दे गोत मी फाह कोरम दनि वर गिन मस्तरतको එහෙම මිෆද සිටුේෂන් එක මි ගින ෆහර ඉන්දියන් ඕෂන් ගේ වාහක ලියමු මිදනි ඉන්දියන් ඕෂන් ගේ මිතිබ බොඩති ගාමුතවගේ මි නසරියාත ඒ පර්ස්පෙක්ටිව් වර ගිමදු ෆහරෙක් මි කුදි ගාමුතකුන් එකංකම මෙදු දෙකේ ගොයි නූනි කුදි ගාමුතකුන් මිෆද මි ජියෝපොලිටිකල් රයිවල්රියේ මැනේජ් කුරණි කිහිනෙත්තෝ एफद मी ए पर्स्पेक्टिव वर मधु फहरे गमी इविगेंदनी එහෙම වර මුහිම්ම වහක් ෆුල ඒ වහක් කොලක වෙගෙන් දානකම අලුගොන් බලනි මේ අලුගොන් මෙන් රාජ්‍යයෙන් මිතිබි ඉන්දියා කණුගේ මෙදුග තිබෙගෙන් අලුගොන් මෙන්න මේ ඉන්දියා කණු ෆෙන්න ගොයි මේ සිෆ කුරේ ගොයි ඒ කමා ගොලේ ගොතුන් රාජ්‍යයෙන් නිම්මා නිම්මුන් තනුනි රාජ්‍යගේ තරග්ගී ඒ කොන්ටෙක්ස් ගේ තෙරේක බට්ටම් වෙගෙන් දා ගොයි නුනි බට්ටම් කුරවම් බේනුම් ෆුලුවා ගොයි हाम कोरेगे दियुमकी अलोन हितुं वर मुहिम नजरी
सरहदी मसलहतु के वाह का इतुरुंगे तो एमरिफान आदर वादे भी मी हम अर्थमावश्यक दायरा अब कोम तकरीर के सादर वाला एक दायरा एकम दायरा कोन वाह पुरतो हिस्सा करे भी की हम मुहिम वाह पुरतो
रईस के वाहक फुलु मुलिम बट्टन कुरेवी बट्टन कुरेवी मैगंडु मी ಐಡಿಯಾ ಏಕಿ ನುನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗಂಡು ಹುಷಾರು ಮ್ಯಾಗಂಡು ಕಮಕಿ ಅಳುಗೊಂಡು ಮೇ ಬೇಣು ಮೇ ಮೀ ದಿವಹಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ನು ರೈಸು ಜುಮ್ಹೂರಿಯಾ ಗೆ ತಸವ್ವುರುಗ ದಿವಹಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಲಿಬಿಗೆನ್ ದಿವಹಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಖಾರ್ಜಿ ಸಿಯಾಸತ್ ನು ದಿವಹಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಟ್ಟನ್ ಕುರೆವಿಗೆನ್ ದಾಣೆ ಗೊತ್ತಕಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಎಹ್ತಿರಾಮ್ ಲಿಬೆ ಗೊತ್ತಕಶೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಮೀ ವಿದುನು ವೆರಿಕಂ ಇತುರು ರೆಸಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇತುರು ಕುರೆವೆ ಗೊತ್ತಕಶೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಿ ಕಂಕಮ್ಗ ಬಸ್ ಹಿಂಗಾ ಬಸ್ ವಿಕೆ ಗೌಮೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಗೈ ಎಮ ಎ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಸಿಲ್ ಕುರುಮುಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂ අලුගොන්මෙන් කුරානේ නුනි අලුගොන්මෙන් හරකෑත්තරිවානේ මෑගඬු දායිරාතක මී තගුරිරු තෙරේ ෆාහක් කුරෙවි එගතෙනෙන් එත් දායිරාකි මුසුමංගන්න බදල්තෝගේ දායිරා මුසුමංගන්න බදල්තෝගේ දායිරාකි රයිස් ෆා කුරේ ෆදයි මී ආ කමෙන්නු අලුගොන්මෙන් දක්ක ආ වාහකෙන්නු එන්නමස් මිකම මිහාරබ්බන බොඩ මී මිහාරු එබ්බසෙෆාවා කන්තත්ත තම්ෆීස් කුරුමට්ටක ගින මසෙකෙත්තක කුරුම රයිස් බාර අලුවාන කම දිවි රාජ්‍යයෙන් බාර අලමුන් දානකම විදාලෆව දෙන් හම එයා කොලම් ෆහකොලන අනේ දෙ දායිරාකි අලුගමෙන් ඉක්තිසෝද ඉතුර සින්දෆාත් කුරු මී ඩයිවර්සිෆයි කුරු මී කුරුමුග මුහිම්මුකන් ෆහක් කුරෙවි දෙන් ඒයි අලුගමෙන්ගේ ඉකොනොමික් රෙසිලියන්ස් වරුගද කුරුම අලුගමෙන්ගේ මී තරග්ගීගේ දුවලි ඉතුර හලුයි කුරුමට්ටක මුහිම්මුකම් එක්කම ෆහක් කුරෙවි තිමනකම ගොතුක ෆහක් කුරෙවි හම මී අලුගමෙන්ගේ මී කැපැසිටි නුනි කංකම අලුගමෙන් කුරිමත් දුම මිහුන්න මී ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ನೋಡಿ ಏಕಮ ಕುರಿಮತ್ ತುಮ್ಗೆ ಮೀಮ್ ಕುರಿಮತ್ ಲೆವೇನೆ ಮೀಮ್ವರು ಇತುರು ಕುರ್ಮಟ್ಟಕ ಗಿನ ಮಸೆಕೆತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಕುರವ್ವಾನೆ ಕಮ ಫಹ ಕುರಬೆ ದೆನ್ ಏ ಕಂತತ ಮೀ ಕುರವ್ವಾನೆ ಮೀ ವಿದಾಳು ಅಳgon ಕುರಿನ್ ದೆನ್ನೆವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗಂಡ್ ಒಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಹಾಸಲ್ ಕುಮಟ್ಟಕ ಅಳgon ಮೆನ್ನಕಿ ಇಹುತಿರಿ ಅಮ್ದಿ ಬೇಗವಮಕ ಹೆದುಮಟ್ಟಕ ಅಳgon ಮೆನ್ನಕಿ ಬಸ್ ವಿಕೆ ಗವಮಕ ಹೆದುಮಟ್ಟಕ ಅದಿ ಅಳgon ಮೆನ್ನಕಿ ರೆಸಿಲಿಯಂಟ್ ಗವಮಕ ಹೆದುಮಟ್ಟಕ
ಅದು ಅವರ ಮುಹಿಮ್ ಮೌಲೂಮಾತಕ್ಕೆ ವರ ತಫ್ಸೀದಿ ಗೊತೆಗತಿ ಹಿಸ್ಸಾ ಕೊದ್ದೆ ಅವಮಣ ರಸೂಲ್ ಜುಮ್ಹೂರಿಯಾಕೆ ಆ ತಗುರೀರು ಅದು ಹಮ ಮೆಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಸಲಾಮತಿ ಮಜ್ದಿ ಹಾದಿ ಮಿನು ಮಸ್ಕಂಕಮ ಗೊಳೆಗತೋ ವರ ತಫ್ಸೀದಿ ಗೊತೆಗತಿ ಅವಮಣ ಹಮ ಮೌಲೂಮಾತ ಹಿಸ್ಸಾ ಕೊದ್ದೆ ಕುಬತೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಲವಮ ಜುಮ್ಲ ಗೊತೆಗ ಅವಮೆ ದೇಖಮಣ ವಾಹಕ ಮೆ ದುಂಗಿತೋ ಹಸವತಿಗ ಮಿ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸ್ಟನ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರಸೂಲ್ ಜುಮ್ಹೂರಿಯಾ ದೇವಿ ಆ ತಗುರೀರು ಫಹ ಕೊರಮ ಕಂಕಮ ಇಕು ಇತರ ಫಹ ಕೊರಬನ್ ಕಮ ಇಕು ಬಾತೋ
मी रेस के मी दातुर फ्लोग हमें के नी अलिफ दाल के हमार मी कॉरिडोर से तेरे कोनो में वाहक फुल देख के वी की अलिफ दालों गे मी मरकज़ों बेरू गवस वाहक फुल देख के वी मी कंत तो गे साबुं असो राज्य के तसव्वुर दुनिया के कुरिमतिगे इतुर बदहि वेगेन दानिकम अळगम मी बालनी तें राज्य गुळेगो तुंगिನ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತ್ ಹಮ ಗಿನ ಬಯಕ ಲಿಬಿಗೆಂದ ದ ದಿಯುಮಕಿ ಅಳಗಂ ಮೆನ್ನ ಏಕಮುಗ ಸಾಬುಂ ಫಾದತಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಣಿಕಮ ಕಮ
ಅದೇ ಆಮೇಲೆ ವರ ಬೊಡ ಶುಕ್ರಿಯ ಹೆಂಗೆ ತಗೊಂಬನ ವಗತು ಕೊಳದೆ ಬೀತಿ ವರ ಮುಹಿಮ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತ ಕವ್ವೆಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಜಂಗಣಿತು ಹಮ ವರ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತು ಫುರಿಗೆ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತ ಕಸ್ವೆಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಜಿಂಗತ ಅದಗಂತ ಬೆಫುಂಡ ಹಮ ಮಿ ಕವರೇಜ್ ಕಮ ಹಿಸ್ಸಾ ಕೊಲ್ದಿ ಅದಿಫ್ತಾದು ಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅದ ಕುರಮ ಗಂಡ ಮುಹಿಮ ದೌರಾ ಕುಳೆ ಕೊತು ಖಾಸ ಕೊತೆಗ ಆ ಮಸ್ಜಿದ್ ಕ ರಸೂಲ್ ಜುಮ್ಹೂರಿಯಾ ಕುರೆವಿ ಆತಾ ಕುರಿರಾ ಅದಿ ಆ ಸಲಾಮತಿ ಮಸ್ಜಿದ್ ಕ ಮಿ ಪಾನ್ ದೇವಿ ಆತಾ ಕುರಿರು ಗೆ ತುರುಮ ಸಮ ಹವಾಸಾ ಕುರಿಯದ ಐಕೆ ಕೆ ಬದ್ದು ಮತ ಮಿ ಪಾನ್ ದಕ್ಕ ಫವಾ ವಾ ಪುರ್ತ ಕ ತಫಸೀರ್ ಅದಿ ಅದಿಫ್ತಾದು ಕೆ ಮುಹಿಮ ಖಂಕಮ ಕುಳೆ ಕೊತು ಅವಮನ್ನ ಫಹ ಕುರವೆ ಬೈ ದಾಯಿರತ ಕುಮಸ್ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತ ಮಿ ಹಿಸ್ಸಾ ಕೊಲ್ದಿ ಶಾಗುಬರಿ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತ ಕವ್ವೆಗೆ ದಿಯ ಕಮ ಉಮ್ಮೀದ್ ಕುರ ಕವರೇಜ್ ಬೆಲ್ಲೆವಿ ಅದಿ ಅಡಸಿ ಹುರಿಹಾ ಬೆಫುಂಡ ಶುಕ್ರು ದನಮ warang ufawer waktu kuliah hanya tip wassalamualaikum.
ನಿಮಗೆಂದ